In this video, you're going to learn everything that you need to know about a parabola. So if this is like something that is brand new to you, or you're basically looking for a crash course on the topic, then this is definitely the tutorial for you. Hi guys, Levi here from Bright Young Brains. Parabolas. So parabolas are quite famous in the sense that whenever we think of parabolas, we already know that this is what we could be visualizing. Something like this. We know that this being a parabola on a Cartesian plane, our standard form for any parabola rather, you want to think of it as y is equal to ax squared. So when we now have slightly more complicated parabolas, as in parabolas that have been moved around and all that, we mainly have a standard form which looks like that. So with this standard form, we know that this standard form enables us to use things like our quadratic formula and a bunch of stuff. Another standard form for your parabola is that one. So this one is slightly a bit more useful in the sense that this one here has P and Q, where P and Q is your turning points. So from the top, we are going to work on all these formulas, right? As in what A is, what B and C does, and what P and Q is. That being said, the main thing about our parabola is that we need to keep in mind that our A will always be telling us the shape, in the sense that if your A value is a positive, you have like a smiling parabola. If your A value is a negative, you have a frowning parabola. That's what A is. A is the same for all these, in the sense that in any format that you'll be dealing with, A will always just tell you your shape. Now in this standard form, funny enough, B does not necessarily tell you much for now. You don't want to stress too much about what B does. What you want to focus on is A and C. A will still just give you your shape, and C is your y-intercept. A shape, C y-intercept, which will be this point there. So for this picture, C is the turning point, but just keep in mind that C here is your y-intercept. C is always the y value of your intercept with the y-axis. This format, however, we said it is the more useful one, in the sense that this format here, A will still just be your shape. However, P and Q will be your turning points of your graph. What we mean by that is, if we did not have like a basic parabola like this one, say we had one that had been like moved around or something, our P and our Q, firstly what you want to keep in mind is whatever the value of P is, the opposite of that will be the x value of your turning point. You see here there's a negative P on your Cartesian plane. Whatever the value for P is without a negative, or as in the opposite of whatever is here, is what your x value of your turning point is. So if P is a negative number, here you'll have a positive value. If P has a positive value, here you'll have the negative value of that number. Q will always be the y value of your turning point. Now with Q, you take it as it is, meaning if this is a positive number, you put a positive number there. If that's a negative number, you put a negative number there. So with these three equations in their standard forms, that's what you need to know. Now, while we're still on this graph, we know that you will be basically thinking to yourself, what about the domain and the range? Now, with the domain and the range, we already mentioned that domain and range basically asks you, where do you see the graph on the Cartesian plane? So in our case, if we look at the picture from left to right, as in if you go to your y-axis, right, and you look going to the right all the way to infinity, and you look going to the left all the way to negative infinity, there are no restrictions. This graph here, while it's going up, it'll go all the way to the right hand side. There are no restrictions there. This way, if you look at it from the y-axis going all the way to negative infinity, there are also no restrictions. So from left to right, this graph will go everywhere. So your domain is just x is the element of R. This graph will go everywhere from left to right. Range, however, you want to look at the graph from top to bottom. So with the parabola, you want to look at your turning point, in the sense that looking at this graph from top to bottom, this is like your mini restriction, in the sense that it's literally the point where the graph stops going down, right? So what I mean is, if you look at the graph from top to bottom, we see that from this value here, this will just be C in this standard form, and this will just be Q in this standard form there. Now your range, we can clearly see that from this turning point going all the way up, you see your picture, but then from this turning point going all the way down, you don't see anything there. So your range for a parabola will always be y is bigger or equal to c, or y is bigger or equal to q if you have a smiling parabola. If you had like a frowning one, something like this, then your range here, you would need to say y is smaller or equal to c, or y is smaller or equal to q, depending on what your q value is and depending on what your c value is. So this all depends on your turning point, right? We said if it's a positive parabola, just look in terms of where do you see the graph starting, where does the graph turn, and which direction does it go. That will give you your range. And same if it's a frowning graph, you just need to keep in mind stuff like that.